They know what we can do come together. They know what we can do if we just work together. But we have to not be scared of ourselves. So many times we are intimidated of ourselves. You meet somebody on the street, they don't know you. They walk up close on you, and what we do? We square them up. We size them up. It's natural. It's natural. Because we beasts like that. We got to flip that switch. We all know how to do it. But that's the thing. To them, they're intimidating us. So they're killing us because they're scared of us. They're suppressing us because they're scared of us. But I just want to say that I know my time's up.
And if I could, do any of the panelists want to respond to any of the other panelists' comments?
Yeah, I was hoping to respond since the pastor took it personal. I wasn't taking a shot at you at all. If you see my tapes and see my speakings, I talk about the ills in churches all the time. So this definitely wasn't no personal thing with you. The issue that I bring up is that the Christian church has failed us. And that has nothing to do with you directly. The Christian church has failed the black community. Right. And not only has it failed it, it has opened the door, okay, as a whole, to every lascivious act that goes on in the black community today. Okay? The biggest, and you can check any statistics, the biggest areas of congregation of black homosexuals and lesbians are in church.
Right.
And it's just fact. Okay? The down low started in church.
Right.
These things started in church. This is what took place. The church, the church has proliferated. I'm just talking one topic, but I can go into all the ills in the black community. Right. But the church undeniably has proliferated black and Latino homosexuality and lesbianism. And here's the problem that I have with even churches that don't. Where is the might in the churches that claim they don't to stand up to the churches that do? Right. Where is their might at? Why haven't we heard and seen, why aren't they raging on the steps of T.D. Jakes' church? Right. Why do we never hear churches raging against churches that are doing things that are outright destroying us morally as a people? The Christian church and the Muslim mosque has failed us. Right. And if I could go back to the whole thing about us being oppressed, you may not know that much about Hebrew Israelites. But when we say we are Hebrew Israelites, what we're saying is that we are in fact the descendants of the people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right. That the people that were oppressed in the slave pits in Egypt are us. That's right. Not some other people. Right. We are the direct descendants of those people that were put in those slave quarters in Egypt. Moses clearly said that if we had not obeyed those laws, that we would go back to Egypt again. That was a biblical prophecy proving who the real Jews were. And to more clarify it, our captivity here in America was longer than the captivity in Egypt. The first slaves were brought here in 1620 by bulk. We've been here almost 400, you can count the numbers. It's been a very long time that we've been here, far longer than we were in captivity in Egypt, okay? So we are, in fact, the same people. We were never the oppressors. We were always the oppressed. Africans did oppress Jews, but those Jews that they oppressed were black. You can go and look at any archaeological record, and it will show you that they were black. We were not the oppressors. And here's the thing. Once again, we asked earlier, what was the hardest achievements to get to these goals? To get to this point of building 37 churches, I had to face the fact that we are an oppressed people. Nobody wants to deal with that. And an oppressed people must deal with the oppressor. They must deal with the people who have put them in this state. Black people didn't just decide to get immoral and to live in poverty. Black people didn't decide it. Black people didn't just decide to not go to school. Right. Black people didn't just think these things up. This was done to us. Right. This is a crime done to us. Right. And unless we're willing to face the criminal, the white man, right, then we will never solve the problem.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And here's the thing. And again, Pastor, please check my record. It's not personal with you. It's exactly what the doctor said earlier. She examined the situation and saw how they were pushing out and the churches were selling the buildings.
Right.
This is not just coming from my mouth. This is any black person that says to themselves, I'm going to clear my mind of all the stereotypes and pre-beliefs that I've had. And I'm going to look at the black community for what it really is and really look at what's happening. What's the name of the restaurant y'all took me to yesterday? What was the name of that restaurant? Country Kitchen. Boy, oh boy. Mac and cheese was slapping. It wasn't good. I went down there to Country Kitchen yesterday. I walked in. First of all, I couldn't even find the entrance door. I said, there ain't no glass, window, or door. Where y'all taking me to, brothers? Then they pulled me around back. I saw leaning over sign. I said, good night, what's going on here? Then I saw a sister come out the back. She obviously saw we didn't know where the heck we was. She came out the back with an apron on. I looked at her, and I said, I knew this was going to be good. She said, park over there, right over there. You all right? Park right there. Come on around. We came on inside, sat down, ordered our food, and I could tell this a restaurant been around a long time.
Right.
Long time black restaurant. And I said, boy, this is how we survive. Right here. By doing this. Let me explain something to you. It was our Christian leaders. It was our Christian leaders that fought tooth and nail to shut down all of our clubs back in the days. That was bringing revenue into the black community. Right. It was our Christian leaders who shut down them churches. It was Martin Luther King that had us march to beg white people to sit in their lunch counters and wiped out people like Country Kitchen. There should be a Country Kitchen in every city in America. 10, 20, 30 of them. But you can't have a Country Kitchen if the whole black community going to eat in Woolworths. And the whole reason they was going to eat in Woolworths is because a black preacher, man, that we trusted with our lives, with our children's lives, to send us down there to go fight the white man, to be part of his restaurant and businesses. And now, of course, he got all the money, building everything up. And then we don't even go to our same restaurants no more. Right. We don't even have self-preservation. Right. And then if you jump up and say the white man's the devil, there's always a preacher that says, oh, hold up now. Right. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. It is if he done took all our money, it is. Right. It is if he destroyed our community, it is. Right. And it is if he conned one of our black leaders to tell us to join them while we starved and died. Let's face reality, man. Yeah. Christ came at a time when the Jews needed him the most. And what time was that he came? He came when the Romans were ruling over the Jews. Right. The Romans were oppressing the Jews. The Romans were starving the Jews. Right. 40 years after Jesus Christ left, the Romans surrounded Jerusalem and starved the Jews to death until they wiped out their nation. Titus, the Roman general, came down into Jerusalem and destroyed it. So it wasn't no phantom in the sky. It was white people that destroyed Jerusalem under those Jews. And when you go and check that history, Jesus Christ was black. Those Jews in Jerusalem were black. Those were black people. And those black people got destroyed by the Romans. And can I just give one scripture? Just give me that scripture where Caiaphas speaks about the reason he set the death warrant on Jesus Christ. Because it is exactly what we're suffering today. And again, Pastor, this ain't personal. This is just what I see and have experienced coming up in the black community. I'd say this in front of anybody, anywhere. It's not personal. And I understand that my words are constantly beating up against the Christian community. But Christ beat up against the Christian community. Right. Who was Christ's number one adversary? Right. It wasn't no armies. It wasn't them. It was the black leadership, the Jews, the Sadducees in Jerusalem. That's who was coming down to him every week, questioning him about what he was doing. That's who was coming down to him, downplaying him every week. It was the religious leaders. And let me tell you something, man. In the black community, we should hold the religious leaders to the highest moral standard on the planet. We should hold them to the highest moral standard. 65% of the black community that has been molested were molested by church members. 82% of the black men incarcerated in prison, 82%, their parents were Christian.
Right.
So you telling